Hello viewers, welcome to the episode on body language and commentary. A professional in tourism and hospitality industry must inculcate several soft skills and out of which body language and commentary skills are quite essential. This episode deals with the various personal skills required by the tourism industry professionals such as travel agents, tour operators, tourist guides and the professionals of hospitality industry. For better understanding, this episode is divided into 5 parts, namely meaning of body language, gestures and hand movements, paralinguistic, tour commentaries, strategies in keeping commentary fresh. Let us know the meaning of body language. Body language refers to all the expressions that we share by means of our body movements and not through words. Interestingly, the vocabulary of body language is universally common as it is interpreted and understood with the help of universally acknowledged body signs, cues and symbols. The study of body language is known as kinesics. Since body language acquires a universal appeal and impact, it becomes imperative on our part to attain a certain level of proficiency in this. In fact, just like any other language, body language too needs to be improved with conscious efforts, especially because it is more trustworthy than any number of spoken or written words. Personal appearance. A person's external appearance is as important as the interior of a house. Do you think you would be impressed with a house or its people if you found the interior of a house shabby? Certainly not. If the interior is not well kept, most of us are likely to conclude that the house is not well maintained. Similarly, a speaker who does not seem to be maintaining himself or herself well is not likely to win the appreciation of the audience. Now, what is that can make or spoil our personal appearance? Let us look at the things which impact our personal appearance: dress, makeup, shoes and hairstyle. Dress, makeup, shoes and hairstyle are of course the first things which depicts one's personal appearance. For example, if you choose to wear a shabby dress on the day you are being interviewed, it is sure to spoil your chances of getting into a job. Therefore, it is important that you select a dress that is neatly washed, properly ironed and fits you well. Being properly dressed does not mean being fashionably or glamorously dressed. Dressing well and keeping a good posture even in everyday life is something you have to cultivate. Posture. Posture refers to the way we sit, stand and carry ourselves. Our posture communicates the way we visualize the world around us. For instance, what do you think of a person who keeps his or her head down while walking? You must have seen people looking down while walking. Do they exude confidence and ease? They may not. Most of them actually seem to be scared of being noticed. Some others appear to be lost in deep thought and contemplation. Such people are either mocked at or ignored. On the other hand, the person who stands, sits and walks upright commands respect and attention. Therefore, a professional has to cultivate and maintain elegance in his or her sitting, standing and walking posture. Given below are some important tips following which you can maintain an impressive posture during professional meetings, interviews, group discussions, presentations and other formal occasions. Number 1. Look straight while walking. Avoid looking down at the floor, outside the window or door or up at the ceiling. Number 2. Don't let your shoulders drop. Number 3. Lift your feet clearly off the floor while walking. Avoid dragging them. Number 4. Avoid being too slow or aggressively fast while walking up to the podium or dais. Number 5. Don't slouch while walking or sprawl while sitting. 6. Don't sit on the edge of the chair. It communicates unease and discomfiture. Number 7. Avoid crossing your legs while sitting or standing before your audience. Number 8. Avoid leaning on the lectern or reclining against the back of the chair. 9. Keep shifting your body weight as you stand before your audience. 10. Feel and communicate ease through your sitting and standing posture and also the way you carry yourself at professional gatherings. 11. Avoid keeping your feet at attention or parallel. 12. Keep one foot ahead of the other. This helps you feel and appear at ease. Gestures and hand movements. Just as a picture can silently speak 1,000 words, a gesture can also communicate all that the speaker feels consciously or unconsciously. Common gestures and their commonly understood meanings are: waving indicates saying hello or good boy. Making a fist indicates anger. Thumbs up shows appreciation or agreement. Pointing means showing something. Crossed arms indicate submissiveness, defense, and negativity. Hands on knees indicate readiness. Locking hands behind one's back indicates one's arrogance. Rubbing the eye indicates doubt and disbelief. Given below are a few tips which should be borne in mind while using gestures and other hand movements. Number 1. Don't let your arms wave below your waist or allow them to loosely move about. Number 2. Use graceful and socially acceptable gestures. Number 3. Avoid aggressive and provoking gestures. Number 4. Don't rub your palms or your face while speaking or listening to others. It suggests lack of confidence and uncertainty. 5. Don't keep your arms folded against your chest. It suggests evasion and fear. Number 6. Don't keep your hands locked behind you. It suggests concealment of your true personality. Number 7. Avoid twitching or rubbing your nose. 8. Don't scratch your forehead or eyebrows or head. It suggests that you are unsure of yourself. 9. Don't lean onto the lectern. It reveals lack of confidence. 10. Avoid keeping your hands in your pocket. It suggests that you are hiding something from others. 11. Avoid playing with key rings, etc. It distracts your listeners. 12. Don't wring your hands or play with rings on your fingers. 13. Don't tug on your shirt sleeves or shirt collars. It reveals your discomfiture. 14. Don't scratch or crane your neck. It reveals uncertainty and doubt. Eye contact. Eyes are the windows of the soul. They truthfully convey the emotions and feelings one goes through. In fact, it is believed that you can tell lies with words, but your eyes will give away the truth. Therefore, looking into a person's eye is the best way to understand his or her attitude or reaction to all that you speak. Hence, maintaining an eye contact with your speaker and listener is very important. Therefore, regardless of your position in any human interaction, learn to look into the eyes of your co-communicators. Here are a few suggestions following which you will be able to use your eyes to support your effort to communicate your ideas effectively. Maintain good eye contact with your listeners. While addressing a large gathering, ensure that you keep looking in all directions. While others speak, observe them carefully and try to understand the non-verbal cues they emit. Exude confidence through your eyes. Feel warmth for your fellow listeners or speakers. It is likely to improve your eye contact with them. Feel and express a willingness to connect and communicate through your eyes. Facial expressions. Face is considered as an index of our mind. If there are unpleasant, sad, and gloomy expressions on our face, you are likely to create a very negative impact on your listeners or speakers. In the entire communication process, it is the person's face that we get to see most of the time. Therefore, if a face reflects negativity of any type and expresses dejection, irritation, indifference, fear, confusion, inhibition, vulnerability, or doubt, it is likely to severely affect the effectiveness of communication. Given below are some tips which may help you to maintain proper facial expressions while speaking or listening to others. Number 1. Start with a smile, but don't keep smiling throughout. Number 2. Don't have a frown on your face, it suggests arrogance. 3. Avoid raising your eyebrows while speaking or listening to others. 4. Don't purse your lips while speaking, it reveals your lack of confidence. 5. Don't narrow your eyebrows. This too suggests your lack of trust in others. 6. Avoid being dull in the face. Express confidence and ease. 7. Avoid expressing dejection, sadness, or indifference. 8. Avoid reflecting strong emotions on your face. 9. Let your face suggest your honesty, integrity, and conviction in what you say. 10. Don't smirk. It suggests arrogance. 11. Don't express any kind of disrespect or contempt for your listeners. 12. Let your face suggest a willingness to associate yourself with others. Paralinguistic features. Paralinguistic features include pace. Pace refers to the number of words we utter per minute. When you speak in professional situations, try to assess whether you speak too fast or too slow. Speaking too fast is related to lack of comfort. Recall those speeches of your friends which they rapidly delivered in the class. Remember how some of them just wanted to finish their speech and rush back to their seats of safety. A speaker who does not feel sure of himself or herself generally feels intimidated by the challenge of speaking in professional situations. This leads to a feeling of nervousness, and the best solution seems to speak as fast as one can and be finished with the frightening prospect of standing in front of the audience. Such a speaker, however, fails to win the audience as the breakneck speed of delivery not only reveals the speaker's lack of confidence but also makes it difficult for the audience to comprehend, assimilate, and digest what is being said by the speaker. Number 2. Pauses. Pauses are an essential part of all human interactions. We pause between different thoughts in our day-to-day interactions with others. Therefore, if we do not pause while we speak in professional situations, it only makes our speech appear unnatural and hasty. Pauses lend credibility to the text of the speech. The speakers who pause suggest that they are quite accomplished, poised, and composed, and are not really worried about not being able to locate an idea once they have paused. Thus, If we pause, we display a sense of security and feeling of assurance that we know how to go further in our speech after a pause. On the contrary, those who do not pause seem to be in a hurry. Moreover, those who rush through their speeches and presentations are nervous about using pauses, as once they stop, they feel they would not know how to resume or reconnect. But then, such speakers are far from being impressive and accomplished. By all means, we must use pauses while speaking in professional situations. They make our speech sound natural. Moreover, pauses are also required for the audiences to comprehend what you say, relate it to your earlier statement, and critically participate in the act of communication. Volume. A speaker's volume often decides how he or she is likely to be received by the audience. The speaker who speaks at a low volume is likely to be seen as someone who lacks confidence, whereas a speaker whose volume is too high suggests his or her boorishness. A speaker who maintains an inadequate volume while speaking to others clearly reflects his or her lack of conviction of ideas. Such a speaker can never appear or emerge to be the master of the situation. Low volume is essentially associated with diffidence, and once you reveal that you lack confidence, you cannot gain control of your audience or command their respect as a speaker. At the other extreme is the speaker who speaks so loudly that the people in the front rows start dreading him or her. A speaker of this type is also likely to be rejected by the audience simply because it suggests his or her arrogance. Voice modulation. Pitch refers to the rise and fall in human voice. Just like the other aspects of voice, pitch too plays a crucial role in communicating your ideas to others. In fact, it is the pitch, the rise and fall in your voice which can express all the emotions that are to be conveyed. Pronunciation and articulation. Pronunciation plays an important role in expressing our ideas. As discussed earlier, English is not our native language, and hence the pronunciation of Indian speakers of English is different from that of the native speakers. An effort should constantly be made to make our speech as close to the standard English as possible. Articulation refers to our ability to speak different sounds distinctly. If we are able to speak and enunciate different sounds in a distinct and crisp manner, our articulation is considered appropriate and impressive. On the other hand, if we mix or mumble words, it is regarded as sloppy and inelegant. Among youngsters, the problem of sloppy articulation is quite common, probably partly because of the influence of American movies and mannerisms, but mainly owing to a cyber-savvy mobile culture that believes in chopping, truncating and abbreviating all that is elaborate and requires more effort in reading, writing, speaking and listening. Tour commentaries. Tour commentaries are the narratives tour guides use to describe a site and provide information about various aspects of a country to passengers while on a tour. This is generally referred to as guide speak. Tour commentaries can include general information and local stories about attractions, events and personalities in the country, and in particular the attraction or site. The procedure for preparing tour commentaries includes establishing the needs and interests of the tour group, confirming the itinerary, accessing sources of information about sites to be visited, researching facts about the sites to be visited, and preparing the text of the commentary based on these facts. Delivery of tour commentary. Here are some steps in delivering a tour commentary. Number 1. Confirm the interests and expectations of the tourist at the outset of the tour. This is preparatory work done before the tour. Number 2. Start by introducing yourself and clearly state the purpose of the tour. Number 3. En route to attraction as well as at the sites, present the commentary you have prepared beforehand. Conversational, not by memorization or by rote. Number 4. Make your commentary interesting, relevant, simple, and delivered in a logical sequence. Number 5. Be sensitive to the interest of the group and deliver the guide speak tailored to the group. 6. Seek feedback throughout the tour to ensure that you are holding the tour visitors' attention. Number 7. Respond to visitors' inquiries as accurately and positively as you can. When you do not immediately have an answer, refer to the field guides and other sources of information. Number 8. Focus on what you know. Be specific and express the information in terms of what the tourist can see. If you do not find the answer to the question the visitor needs, apologize and refer the inquiry to an alternative source of information. 10. Be accommodating and flexible towards members of the group, allowing for different points of view and ways of doing things. Number 11. Allow enough time to each stop to permit each tourist to fully enjoy. Strategies in keeping commentary fresh. It is fundamental to enjoying the job and for the visitor taking the tour more than once that the tour guide keep the commentary fresh. In this way, the tour guide relieves some tedium from the narration and the performance continue to be top notch. Let us discover ways how the commentary may be kept lively. Keep up to date with what is new on the subject or at the site. This will give some measure of energy to the tour guide and consequently the narration. Strive for continuous improvement in the performance. Review your performance for the day, take an informational poll of the visitors and make amendments each time. Look at the site or attraction product through the eyes of the visitor. Remember, most may be seeing the sites for the first time. Imagine what can be improved, what may be of interest and anticipate questions so the answers may be ready. As a performer, draw on the group's energy. The guide may feel renewed during the many tours. So, look at visitor reactions, feel their enthusiasm, then perk up those that may seem dull or distracted by asking open or probing questions. To sum up, body language refers to the expressions shared through body movements and includes the hand signals, shrug of shoulders, nod, silence, etc. The professionals in the tourism and hospitality industry need to develop some soft skills such as personal appearance, dress, makeup, hairstyle, gesture, posture, facial contact, eye contact, etc. These skills also include the paralinguistic skills such as pace of words, pauses, volumes, pronunciation, voice modulation, etc. Tour commentaries refer to the narratives given by a tour guide to describe about a place of attraction or providing needed information. A tourist guide needs to keep his commentary fresh all the time, even though it might needs to be repeated again and again.